time you grab a drink after a stressful day, every time you sink into the couch with wine and TikTok in your hand, every time you reach for food, porn, tech or booze, you're not relaxing, you're escaping. Recording in progress. Looking good, Davey boy. Have you ever tried to iron a shirt in the dark with wet hair, no hot water, and a deadline breathing down your neck? That was me in Montenegro mid-power cut, losing my effing mind. No door access, no shower, no lights, no hairdryer, no iron, and no electricity meant I couldn't do this podcast. Everything that I rely on to function, gone. Poof! And yet, somehow, something deeper switched on. Not the lights, not the internet, me. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 1000 Days Sober podcast. My name is LeeDavy. I am not an alcoholic. I refuse to be anonymous. I am someone who lives a self-led life, alcohol-free as fuck, and I spend every waking moment of that life helping other people do the same, like right now. So yeah, I had just come back from a run. I was sweaty, I was tired, but I was mentally primed for work, right? I had things I needed to do, but I couldn't get into the hotel. The door wouldn't open. I was blaming the people at reception for not being there, but what had actually happened, there was a power cut. So eventually I get inside, but when I get into my room, it's pitch black, right? There's no lights. I can't plug my podcast gear in. There's no hot water, so I can't do my hair. I considered having a cold shower. No problem. I have a cold shower every day. I could just have a cold shower, but I couldn't dry my hair. I couldn't style my hair. I mean, look at it. It needs styling, right? And I couldn't style it. I couldn't iron my clothes. I needed a shirt to go to work. And I had this massive to-do list longer than my arm. And this is when my parts kicked in big time, right? I dived deep below the line. Victim consciousness activated. Thoughts through my head. This is ridiculous. I can't work like this. I got shit to do. Why can't this hotel get their act together? Classic drama triangle, right? I'm the victim. The hotel is the villain. And anybody to do with the hotel are villains as well. Sound familiar? Every time you grab a drink after a stressful day, every time you sink into the couch with wine and TikTok in your hand, every time you reach for food, porn, tech or booze, you're not relaxing, you're escaping. Now, your parts aren't bad when they're escaping. They're just trying to protect you from what they think is unbearable. But here's the truth. You don't need to run. You just need to return, because discomfort isn't the enemy. It is the map back to self. We're going to take a short break, but while we pause, ask yourself, if you couldn't escape, no alcohol, no screens, no distractions, what would you feel? What would surface? And could you stay with it long enough to hear what it's trying to tell you? Think about that while we have a short break. Welcome back to the 1000 Days Sober podcast. And before the break, we were exploring how the absence of escape routes can reveal the presence of something far more powerful. Yeah, you. So this powerless moment in Montenegro didn't teach me anything new per se, but what it did, it reminded me of something that I already knew. And that is that peace lives in presence. And presence is impossible if you're constantly running around like an idiot, right? Like a robot, which happens to me quite often, actually. Here's what I've noticed about this. I record a podcast every single day, as you know, right? And because of this, my reticular activating system, a part of my brain called the RAS, it is programmed to look for stories that I can bring to the podcast. So even in the chaos, my brain is scanning, what is the lesson here? What is the universe trying to teach me in this moment? And you can do the same. So next time you want to escape, ask yourself, why is this happening to me? What is the discomfort trying to teach me? Why has the universe put this constraint in front of me? What is there to learn? Because you don't need a blackout to wake up. You just need to witness what is really going on. And that's what Strive really helps you do. That's why I created it, right? Because inside Strive, we don't give you a list of new distractions. We help you build capacity, a bigger container to handle shit, to stay, to listen, to soothe without sedating. You don't need to numb out to feel safe. You don't need to escape to survive. You just need more tools. You just need more support, more community, and you need access to self. And that's what we give you every single fucking day without fail. Because Strive doesn't just remove the bottle, it replaces the need to run. Today's Daily Vow. Today I will not drink because escape doesn't bring me closer to myself. Because my feelings are not too much for me to hold. Because I've learned that the discomfort I fear is often the doorway to the peace that I crave. Escape is seductive, but serenity is earned. Every time you choose self over story, presence over panic, awareness over avoidance, you are breaking the cycle and you're building a life worth staying for. Remember that, right? As you go about your day to day, please reflect on these things, strivers. What discomfort are you trying to escape today? What's the one thing you could do right now that brings you back to self? And when was the last time you felt peace without needing a substance to find it? That's all I have time for today. I will be back tomorrow again to give you another daily dose of the 1000 Days Sober podcast. If this episode really hit home for you, too many H's there, rate and review the show so others can find it, please. Subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. And if you're done escaping and you really are ready to finally arrive, STRIVEmethod may be for you, right? Our 6-month powerhouse of a dream workshop, which makes becoming alcohol-free as fuck easy and fun. Get over to the www.thestrivemethod.com to get on the fun bus. Okay, we'll have a laugh while we simultaneously change our life. Until tomorrow, much love and strive on. And remember, you have got this. Later on today, when your parts want you to escape from life by drinking alcohol, sit with the silence. Or as Depeche Mode used to say, try to enjoy the silence. You will find that there is a better buzz found in the calmness of life than there is in the bottom of a bottle. All right, much love. Catch you later, folks.